If you are a lover of Nigerian fish pies, stick around. This recipe will definitely blow your mind. Welcome back to Debbie's Kitchen. Adding your flour into a bowl, go on now to add in your baking powder and your salt to taste. Don't worry, the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box or in the caption. Go on now to mix all your dry ingredients together. Then we are using cold butter. I use 800 grams of flour for this recipe. So with our 1:2 rule, I'm going to be using 400 grams of cold butter. If you have watched to this point, I want you to like this video, share, thumbs up this video, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Now I'm going to use my pastry cutter to cut through my butter to make it easy for me to incorporate my butter into my flour. Add in cold water. I used about 150 ml of cold water. I'm adding it gradually until I can get my dough together. Get your dough together gradually. You are not kneading, you are getting your dough together. After which, I'm going to separate my dough into mini portions, wrap in my kitchen film, and keep in the fridge for between 20 to 30 minutes. This part is very important. Now let's go now to make our filling. Adding a little bit of vegetable oil, about 100 ml of vegetable oil into your fry pan. Go on to adding your blended garlic, ginger, and Scotch bonnet pepper for heat. Add in your properly deboned fish. I'm going to put a video at the end screen where I showed how I parboiled and properly deboned my fish. I have a video on that, so that was why I didn't go in detail in this recipe. Add in your fish, add in your thyme, add in your curry. Go on now to stir and fry your fish until a bit crispy after adding your seasoning cubes. I didn't add salt to this recipe because I parboiled my fish with salt, so I don't want my fish pie filling to come out being too salty. When it's a bit crispy, I'm going to go on now to add in my other vegetables. Since we are going for fish pies, I'm adding a little bit of Irish potato, a handful of your chopped carrots, and a little bit of green bell peppers for flavor. I'm going to mix it all together. At this point, if your fish is a bit too dry, you can add in a little bit of water or any stock you have in your fridge to just add a little bit of moisture to your filling. Add in your spring onions, then more curry for flavor. Just stir fry with your vegetables for a few minutes, and your yummy fish pie filling is ready. I'm going to transfer to a white plate or platter to allow it cool properly before we go on now to assemble our pies. Make sure your filling cools off properly before adding it into your pie. It's very important. Take a portion of your dough out of the fridge. Allow the rest to stay in the fridge. Yes, do not get all your dough out of the fridge all at once. Just take them one at a time as you work with your dough. Roll your dough, flour your surface with a little bit of flour, and you roll. My dough is a bit hard here, and it's of course because it's been in the fridge. Now, when your dough has been in the fridge for a while, it's going to be hard. So divide into portions to make it easy for you to work with. This is okay because after baking, it gives that stretch marks, what they call stretch marks. It gives that line in your fish pie, and it also prevents you from overworking your dough, because when you are rolling your dough all at once, you keep rolling over and over again. This will make your dough form gluten, and that's flaky crust that you have always wanted. You won't get it. You do not want to overwork your dough, so pick in portions and work in portions. So I'm going to properly flour my cutter or my pie crimper. Very important, because this crimper, the edges are so tiny that it may not seal your pie properly. So dusting with flour just helped it a bit. Add in your filling, generous amount of your filling depending on the size of pie you'll be using. Brush the edges with your egg wash or your egg mix to help further seal in your pie without any stress. So I'm just getting my my pie filling comfortable in my pie or the dough, then I'm gonna seal. Make sure you press the edge of your pie crimper while you take out the excess dough. Still close, it should be closed while you take out the excess dough carefully and gradually, then seal properly. Then you take out your pie out of your pie crimper. You can see how perfect it's looking. So once I'm done exhausting all my dough, I'm going to place them in my pan. This is a non-stick pan, that is why I didn't brush with vegetable oil or butter or even cover with your kitchen paper. Bake at 180 degrees Celsius for between 20 to 30 minutes. After brushing, further with your egg wash and using your fork to place a design on your dough to allow space to breathe. And this is the yumminess you're going to get at the end of the day. You can see how irresistible this pie is looking. If you have watched to this point, come on, thumbs up this video, do like and share. And of course, let's cut through this pie. The yumminess, the flakiness, the beauty, it is so irresistible. Thank you so much for stopping by Debbie's Kitchen and see you in my next one. Check out this video at the end screen. You'll find out how to properly parboil and debone your fish to give you the perfect fish pie feeling every time.